is Sonny, and I'm from Pinole Valley High School.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm from Skyline High School.
Okay, before we start our presentation, I want to first ask, have any of you guys experienced climate change? Raise your hand if you did. Like, it can range from increased temperature, from lack of precipitation, from anything like that. Okay, a majority of you guys. So on the first day of class, Mr. Grudy asked the same exact question, and we had the same outcome. Everybody raised their hand. And the one that we're like more focused on right now for our topic is droughts in California.
We picked this topic because, as everybody raised their hand, we're from all over the U.S., from Hawaii, Nevada, South Bay, North Bay, Bay Area,
Louisiana.
We picked this because, like, if you haven't noticed, like, the seasons are kind of off. Like, summer has been a little bit colder than usual. Winter has been a little bit warmer than usual. So that's why we picked the topic of droughts in California and the Southwest. Video.
Hope you guys enjoy it. Oh no.
Did you connect the mobile phone?
This thing?
Yes, I think yes, that's the one. But you can read it. Yeah, it's a side.
Yeah.
Just control the voice, there's a voice knob. There's a volume knob. Wait.
Stop wasting water. We are in a drought. We all know we continuously heard that before. An ongoing topic we tend to encounter frequently is the drought California is undergoing. A drought is a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall, resulting in the limited amount of water resources. California's current drought is declared to be the driest period in the state's rainfall history. In addition, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has confirmed that California had the hottest year since they started keeping track in 1895, approximately 120 years ago. Stated by U.S. News, already in 2015, 93% of the state is experiencing drought conditions ranked severe or worse. Evidently, the lack of water will lead to very dangerous situations for life on Earth.
California is in its fourth year of a record-breaking high-temperature drought. Climate change is the key contributor to the cause of droughts. Rising temperature, changing atmospheric patterns, increased evaporation and transpiration rates, and earlier snowmelts are the main reason influencing the appearances of droughts. Due to the increased amount of greenhouse gas emitted by anthropogenic sources, such as waste management, forestry, agriculture, industries, residential and commercial buildings, transportation, energy supplies, and the burning of fossil fuels, the greenhouse effect occurs. The greenhouse effect is the process in which thermal radiation from the planet's surface is absorbed and trapped in the atmosphere by greenhouse gases, resulting with the increased temperature.
Droughts have increased significantly during the past 100 years, driven by rising temperature. According to Dr. Valerie Trout, assistant professor at the University of Arizona, states rather than the drought being driven by precipitation, it was increasingly temperature driven. During the really low levels of precipitation, the record high temperature made the drought significant, as it is known as the worst drought in 1,200 years. Research conducted by Noah Diffenbach at Stanford University shows that high-pressure weather patterns, indicated as the ridiculously resilient ridge, block storms from California, directing precipitation towards Alaska. These types of zones are common and can quickly change positions. However, in this case, the ridge stability was unprecedented in modern weather records. The ridge prevents the needed rainfall from hitting the state.
More than 60% of California's developed water supply originates in the Sierra Nevada. 50% of that water flows into the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. The Delta provides water for more than 25 million Californians and 3 million acres of agricultural land. Although the Sierra Nevada plays a key component in California's water supply and hydraulic system, studies have shown that there is currently absolutely no snow in the Sierra. Annually, a manual survey on the state's snowpack accumulation is recorded on the 1st of April, when snowpacks are at its peak. This year readings are historically significant because, according to the California Department of Water Resources, electronic readings today found that the statewide snowpack only holds inches of water content, just 5% of the historical average of 28.3 inches for April 1st. The decline in spring snowpack appears due to the precipitation in form of rain instead of snow. The increase in temperature causes early snowmelt, which eventually leads to earlier runoff that is out of phase with a higher water demand during the summer.
Due to the findings, Governor Edmund G. Brown Jr. brought awareness to the California drought when the April 1st measurements appeared. Governor Brown proclaimed a state of emergency and directed state officials to make adjustments. The lack of snow in the Sierra Nevada was a trigger for water restrictions. Governor Brown mandated substantial water reduction across the state, hoping to reduce the state water usage by 25%. In the history of California, it is the first time the state had to enforce mandatory water reduction. An estimation, 1.3 million East Bay Mud customers will be required to face a 20% water reduction starting June 1st, 2015. Everyone in the state must make adjustments pertaining to water usage.
Drought causes a great economic impact on U.S., with an annual loss of nearing $9 billion per year. Drought can threaten drinking water supplies and ecosystems. Water is an essential necessity for our day-to-day life, used in literally everything. Approximately more than 2/3 of our body consists of water. We need water to maintain a healthy lifestyle, stay hygienic, enjoy the simple pleasures, and to live life itself. Evidently, food is needed for survival. In the process of agriculture, water is required to harvest the crops for our fruits and vegetables. The highly elevated temperature melts snowpacks on mountains earlier, snow converts into rain, and soil dries out quicker. In result, food and water expenses will increase, and it will be difficult to complete our daily tasks.
Evidently, droughts are becoming a growing issue affecting the daily lives of many, primarily a great population in California and the southwest of the U.S. Due to the effect of climate change, droughts are present today. The lack of precipitation affects land, weather conditions, and basically all living things. Water is an essential substance needed for our basic necessities, for survival. Lack of water will lead to devastating outcomes. Droughts are the underlying cause of numerous issues. We must take action now to mitigate droughts.
Besides the 84%, keep going on the left. So the fourth icon from the.
You see the little like projector
Yes.
screen?
Okay. So the last phrase of the video, it says we must mitigate droughts right now. Mitigation is basically we have to take action before the event becomes too severe. The issue becomes too severe. So as of right now, we have to make restrictions, and the first process to mitigate droughts is to conserve water. Governor Brown, he is making restrictions mandating the reduction of water, and he wants us to reduce water by at least 25%. Some restrictions may be like we must stop watering our yards. We have to water our yards like 2 times a week before and after 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And he also wants us to, he also put this fine where it's $48 if we use more water than an average person, which is 75 gallons a day. So if we go 4 times that, we get a $48 fine. And we just need to make simple adjustments such as taking shorter showers, getting Energy Star labeled washing machines, installing new toilets that use less than 1.6 gallons per flush, just simple things like that. And by turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth, that could save 100 gallons per month. And even more, by fixing a leaky faucet, we could save 300 gallons per month. That's a lot. And not only that, you will save money. You're helping the environment and you're saving money. Less water, less money.
We can also do desalination. So basically you pump in salt water from the ocean and it's into a treatment facility, and it turns the salt water into clean drinking water. So in the diagram, you can see that it heats up the salt water, causing the vapor to go up, and then it cools down. And then when the vapor is cooled down, it's just fresh water. So the salt will be on the bottom. So that's a way of getting fresh drinking water.
So aquifers and wells are used as well. It's called groundwater drilling. These are the aquifers, and then these are the wells. So there's pockets of water underground called aquifers, and the aquifers have like surface water from rain, streams, lakes that runs down through dirt, cement, sediments, and dirt, yeah. And it goes to the underground reservoirs. So then we have 1/3 of our water supplies get water from these reservoirs, these aquifers underground, and we use the wells to drill in to get the water. And the water could come from 10,000 years ago, and drilling the aquifers is like drilling for oil. And the problem is that there might be groundwater depletion. That's why it's hard to maintain, because we don't know exactly how much water is down there. So that could be a problem, but then this could be like a temporary solution for our water drought.
Another one is fog catchers. So in that picture, it's like the fog hits the fog catcher, causing, if a lot of water vapor is touched together, it creates water molecules. So the fog catcher catches the fog, which is water vapor, and it's eventually like combined together into fresh drinking water. So like, if you guys haven't like had before like a water bottle in your car, and then there's condensation on the top, and then it's kind of like water droplets. So that's basically what it is. And this idea was came from like the Namib desert beetle. That's where the idea came from.
So some areas might not be as lucky to have as much fog as for the fog catchers. So instead, we're going to use atmospheric water generators. These are generators where like warm air enters in, and they have these cool air, and the cool air allows condensation. Since warmer temperature has a higher carrying capacity, the colder air will allow condensation. So when condensation happens, the drops will go down, and then it will go into this filter, and eventually we'll have stored water for us. And then these are like these residential ones. It could provide 75 gallons of water in a day. And then these are the commercial ones, and they can have up to 300 gallons a day, and it could be for like commercial reasons, like we could have it in our communities, in government, anything for fresh water. Also, they use this in military, U.S. military. They use it, and there's also, they like make 3,000 gallons of water for one day.
Rain on Request is a company that speeds up the precipitation process. So basically what it is a large sprinkler about 100 foot tall, and it has a 50-mile radius. So it's like a big sprinkler, and it makes that certain area moist and wet. So like the air molecule becomes like more moist, so precipitation happens faster. So rain is produced if water is really needed.
And then water waste recycling. So basically this is taking our wastewater and putting it into a faculty to make water that's usable. And then we use this for like marine animals, so they won't have to like have all the bad waste from our humans to affect our daily lives. So wastewater could be treated wastewater goes to like oceans, and they could be used for irrigation, toilet flushing, groundwater, and groundwater replenishment. And people like don't like this idea because they feel like it's dirty and they don't want to use it again. But since we're like desperate for water, it's becoming a more acceptable solution. And it is like undergo a lot of filtrations. There are like 3 types of filtration. First, it takes out all the large sediments and big substances, and then they filter it, add chlorine to clean the water, bacteria, like a long process. So then this is hopefully becoming a solution that people will accept more and more.
So basically what we're trying to say is stop polluting, because if you pollute, it causes CO2, and then CO2 makes the earth warmer, and if the earth is warmer, in California, like since it's warmer, we have less rain, so that's why California is in a drought. So we want to like stop using products that we actually don't really need. So we have to like save all the water we can, like what she said in her first presentation about, or her first slide about how we should turn off the water when we're brushing our teeth and like flush the toilet less often. It's a little bit gross, but it saves a lot of water.
And since we have limited amount of water, we don't want to pollute the only water we have. And then we want to reduce gas emissions, because even though those solutions earlier were cold, even though they're like generators and stuff, they're like temporary. That's why we want to have a long time solution. So we want to reduce gas emissions, decrease reduce the temperature, so we could have our water running again. Thank you, everybody.
Any quick questions?
Yes.
Do you know how many years of water we actually have left?
No, I'm sorry. But I know that we have been in a drought for at least 4 years. So we're in a tough situation.